Good morning children, welcome to the online class 22. In the last class, we discussed about the animal tissues. In that animal tissues, first tissues we discussed about the epithelial tissues, okay. So epithelial tissues and what are the types of epithelial tissues inside in that and where it is locations and what are the functions of in that. Till in that we discussed in the last class. In this class, the second animal tissue is connective tissues. Connective means what? Something will be connecting from one cell to the another cells. So what are the connective tissues? So connective tissues are very important in our body to connect the food materials or water materials or oxygen or waste materials, everything. It will be transported to one part of the plant means animal to the other part of the animal cell. Okay. So the examples of the connective tissues are blood. Blood is one of the important connective tissues. Then bone, and then inside the bone cartilage will be present. Okay. So that cartilage also is connective tissues. Then areolar connective tissues. So there are four types of connective tissues here: blood, bone, cartilage, and the areolar connective tissues. So one by one we will be discussed now. Take out the page number 75. Connective tissues. Blood is a type of connective tissues. Why would it be called the connective tissues? Why we have to call the blood as a connective tissues? Because the blood flows to transport the water, food, oxygen, and then waste materials like the enzymes, hormones, everything will be transported from one part of the body cell to the other part of the body cell. That's what we will call the blood as a connective tissues. A clue is provided in the introduction of this chapter. What does that mean? Why we will call the blood as a connective tissues? Because it will be transport the oxygen, food, and the other waste materials to the other part of the cell. Now let us look at this type of tissues in some more details. The cells of connective tissues are loosely spaced and embedded in an intercellular matrix. So these cells are very loosely packed inside them. The matrix may be jelly-like, fluid, dense, or rigid. So it's like we know that blood is a fluid substance, isn't it? No? So like that, the nature of the matrix differs in concordance with the function of the particular connective tissues. So because of this matrix difference, we will call the blood as the connective tissues. Okay. Take it now. How we have to be find out in the blood cells. Blood cells means inside. This is the blood is a fluid connective tissues. Okay. Inside the blood, what is there? RBC, red blood cells will be present. WBC, white blood cells will be present, and platelets will be present. Okay. So each one of the cells are very important. RBC will be carry and go for the oxygen. So RBC inside what will be present means hemoglobin will be present. So the hemoglobin is the oxygen carrying board. Okay. So that hemoglobin, because of the hemoglobin, the RBC looks like a red in color. So it is a iron pigment. Okay. So that hemoglobin will be carrying the oxygen from one part of the cell to the other part of the cell. So that is the connective tissues. Next, WBC, white blood cells is a defense mechanism. It is doing in our body defense mechanism. That means whatever the foreign bodies will be entered in our body, it will be prevent, it will be protect from the disease. Okay, so that is, and moreover it is giving to the immunity power to our body. So whatever the disease will be entered in our body to form in our body, that first the WBC cells will be fight against the organism, that foreign bodies. Okay, then it will be give the strength for our body to able that whatever the disease will be enter also we can able to fight against them. So that much of defense mechanism WBC will be do. Next, platelets. Platelets is a very important cell in our blood. Okay, so it is to prevent the blood leaking. Make the blood clotting. The thromboplastin will be created whenever we will get the bleeding. By the time suddenly the platelets will be formed there and it will be control the bleeding and it will stop the bleeding. Okay, so that is the reason platelets are very important in that. And WBC inside, if we see the microscopic structure means we can see the four different types of cells inside the WBCs. Okay, these are all the four types of cells are very important to immunity power to our body, like eosinophils, basophils, monocytes, and lymphocytes. So these are the microscopic structure in our WBC cells. So this is the blood cells, and what is the important function for the blood is it helps to transport the blood, oxygen, and then food materials, enzymes, hormones from one part of the contains of protein, salts and the hormones will be present in that. Blood flows and transport gases, digested food, hormones and waste materials to different parts of the body. So already I told you, once the blood will be flow, it will be transfer the gases, food materials and digested food materials, hormones and the waste materials will be transferred to one part of the cell to the other part of the cell body. Okay. So this is a very important. Blood is a connective tissues. What is the functions of blood? Next important connective tissue is bone. Bone is another example of the connective tissues. It forms the framework that support the body. So without the bone, our body won't be in a framework. Okay. Only the muscles and the blood cells will just imagine in our body how it will be. We won't be stable in one place. We cannot be stand, we cannot be walk, we cannot be run. So the bones are very important to make our structure. It's a framework that supports to the body. It also anchor of muscles and supports the main organs of the bodies. So and moreover the muscles will be cover the bones in that. Okay. And then because of the muscles and the bones, our endocrine organs, that means inside heart, lungs, or the other brain, everything it is covered by the bones and the muscles. It is a strong and a non-flexible tissues. Which one? The bone is very strong. Non-flexible means easily it won't be bent. We can see now our bones are very strong because it is made up of calcium carbonates. Calcium and the phosphorus compounds. It is made up of bones will be made up of calcium and the carbonates. Okay, so because of this components, it is very strong and easily it won't be bent. The advantage of these properties for the bone cells are embedded in a hard matrix that is composed of calcium and the phosphorus compounds. Two bones can be connected to each other by another type of connective tissues called ligament. So wherever the two bones will be joined, that place is called as ligaments. This tissues is very elastic. It has considerably strength. Ligaments contain very little matrix. Tendons connect muscles to bones and are another type of the connective tissues. So another type of connective tissues are tendons and the muscles. So wherever the ligaments will be present, see for our example in our hand, here from the shoulder to the knees, here there is a flexibility here. How we can be able to bend in this case? Because of the ligaments present in our bones. Okay. And tendons are fibrous tissues which great strength but limited flexibility. So one more thing is that tendons is a fibrous tubes. That means like a thread-like built structure to be present. So it's very strength but limited flexible. We can be some limited only we can be able to bend. For example, our head or the back bones. Just one of the limit only we can be bent. Apart from that, we cannot be bent. So that much of limited flexibility will be due because of the tendons. So in the bones, cartilage and the tendons are very important. Okay, it is made up of the protein and the sugar and then calcium carbonates. Another type of connective tissues, cartilage, has widely spaced cells. So inside the cartilage, there is more space will be present in that. The solid matrix is composed of protein and sugar. Cartilage smoothens bone surface at joints and is also present in the nose. So wherever this cartilage will be present means our nose, our ear, and then it will be present in the cartilage made up of matrix composed of the protein and the sugar and easily will be able to flexible because inside the space will be present in that. So we can fold the cartilage of the ears. See our example of the ear is there, no? We can be fold in that. So our nose, even we can move, shake our nose. Easily it will be bend. Okay, ma? So this type of, because of this type of cartilage, it's very soft. That's what we can be able to bend in that ears and the nose bones and all. But we cannot be bend the bones in our arms. Even in our arms, we cannot be bend it in that. Okay. Think of how two tissues are different here. So there is a cartilage and then one more tendons are there. Tendons tissues are very strong. We cannot be able to bend. But cartilage tissues are very soft. We can be able to bend. So it will be exactly present in our nose and our ears will be present. Areolar connective tissues is found between the skin and the muscles. Areolar means what? It will be air content of it. It will be more amount of the air will be present. Where it will be present? This areolar connective tissues means in our skin and our muscles will be present. Around blood vessels and nerves and in the bone marrow. And then it will be around the blood vessels, in the our nerves and our bone marrows will be present. It fills the space inside the organs, supports internal organs and helps in repair of tissues. What is the important function of this areolar tissues means? It will be support to our internal organs. So what are the internal organs we have? No, like heart, lungs, brain and all. So in that organs it will be support, and then it's a support and it helps to repair the tissues. Whenever the tissues will be getting any damages, this type of areolar connective tissues will be help to repair itself. Okay, so that is the important work for the areolar tissues. Where are fat stored in our body? Fat storing adipose tissues is found below the skin between the internal organs. One more important connective tissue is that is in the adipose tissues. Adipose tissues present only in our skin below internal organs. So it is say that it is store the fat materials. The cells of these tissues are filled with the fat globules. So inside this cell what will be present means fat globules will be present. What is the function of this adipose tissues means storage of fat, also let it act as an insulator. So it will be store the fat things, extra fat things wherever in our body, that will be collect and will be saved in the adipose tissues, and let's act as an insulator. It will be act as an insulator means like a protective layer, like that will be act. So that's the important function for the adipose tissues. Next we are going to see about the muscular tissues and the nerve tissues. The next connective tissue is muscular tissues. Muscular tissues is made up of the muscle cells only, made up of the muscle cells. So it is consisting of the elongated cells called muscle fibers. Why the muscle fibers means like thread-like structures will be present. So easily we can be able to bend or we can be able to flexible that bones. No, that's what it is consisting of the muscle fibers. So what is the important work for the muscle cells, muscle tissues means contraction and relaxation of our body. So wherever, for example, breathing, we will be intake the oxygen and outlet the carbon dioxide. By the time we can see our chest will be up and down, no, because of our chest muscle cells. So the contraction and relaxation happen in our body because of the muscular tissues. Okay, in the cardiac muscle cells, in our heart also we can see that. And then movement of our body. So which is important function in that means the muscle cells, this type of muscle fibers will be help to movement of our body. So we can walk easily, we can run easily. So that type of movement will be happen in our body, like a bending to seeing down or upwards in our head. That is all happening because of the muscle fibers. So muscle contains a special protein. How the muscles can be able to flexible like this means it is contain the special proteins, that is contractile protein will be present in them. So all the bones will be made up of calcium and the carbonate to give the strength of the bone, no, like that. Even the muscle cells will be contain the special proteins. Because of that proteins only muscles can easily flexible in them. So that type of protein is called contractile protein. So take out the page number 77, 76 and 77. Muscular tissues. Muscular tissues consisting of the elongated cells also called muscle fibers. This tissues is responsible for movement in our body. Muscle contains special proteins called contractile proteins which contract and relax to causes movement. So in the textbook they have given the structure that you have to be see. We can move some muscles by conscious will. So some of the muscles will be in our conscious, we can control the muscles movement. For example, in our skull and then in our limb move with one to them and stop when we decide. Such muscles are called voluntary muscle. So the muscles are two types of muscles. Skeletal muscles and all we can be able to control ourselves. It can able to that is a voluntary. If we tell, it will be stop in that. So, but some of the involuntary muscles are present in that. That is cardiac muscles. Okay. So that cardiac muscle, the heart, we cannot be tell that heart not to stop in that. But other things and all we can be able to. The hand, don't. We can control our hand. Okay. Don't take it out. Anything means we can be controlling that. But to our heart, we are not. We cannot be tell anything to stop the blood pumping, to stop the beating. That cannot be safe for the heart. So that type of heart muscle is called involuntary muscles. These muscles are also called the skeletal muscles as they are mostly attached to the bones and help in our body movement. So So all our skeletal muscles will be able to voluntary muscles, that it will be control our control. Under the microscope, the muscles shows alternate light and dark bands or stations with the stain approximately. As a result, they are also called the striated muscles. Striated muscles means it will be like in our bone muscles, and then it can be seen. It is very long and elongated, no, that is. As a result, they are also called the striated muscles. The cells of these tissues are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and the multinucleated. So it's made up of the multinucleated. That is, more than one nucleus will be present in that. And the size in that you can see is very long bones. For example, our thigh bones will be see. So such a long bone is there. Even our hand bone we can see. Our chest bones and all look like a curve like that. Okay. So some of the bones will be cylindrical. So some of the bones will be unbranched. Okay. So this type of bones are coming under all in the muscular tissues. The movement of food in the alimentary canal or the contraction, the relaxation of the blood vessels or involuntary movement. So what we are taking the food, it will be go through our alimentary canal and it will be contract and relaxation. Then the food will be go easily inside our stomach. It will be digest. So this and all it won't be in our under control. Okay. So this type of muscles are called involuntary movements. We cannot relay, start them or stop them simply by wanting to do so. Smooth muscles or involuntary muscles control such movements. They are also found in the iris of our eyes. Even our eyes often will be blinking, no? So we cannot control them. So this type of muscles are involuntary muscles. And then in our heart muscles also. The muscles of our heart show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. These involuntary muscles are called cardiac muscles. Heart muscle cells are cylindrical, branched and unnucleated. So here the important muscles is cardiac muscles. The cardiac muscles won't be controlled in our control. That is the involuntary muscles. So next connective tissue is nerve tissues. So today in this class we discuss about the types of animal tissues. The second one, connective tissues, and the muscular tissues we discuss. In the connective tissues, blood, bone, cartilage, etc. we discuss, and muscular tissues, how it is made up of, what is the function of in that, and important thing is the muscle tissues are voluntary and the involuntary muscle. Our skeletal body muscles are voluntary muscles. But in our heart muscles and the iris muscles, this and that is the involuntary muscles. It is not under in our control. It is under control in the brain, in the spinal cord. Okay. So, but the involuntary muscles are under control in the spinal cord. So these are the important muscle tissues. So next class we are going to discuss about the nerve tissues. Okay. Thank you, children.